Slow Joe and the Ginger Accident on Pure Channel. Merci beaucoup Cédric, merci Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For coming speak to us about that record, Sunny Side Up. It's the second record. You did a first one that is an amazing story. Maybe we can start with that. How did you guys met and start doing music together?
So we met in Goa, India, 2007, accidentally. I mean, we just met close to a beach. We started talking, spending time, playing music together. And then finally I got the idea to record him and to come back to France and do some stuff behind with all the friends. So that's how it happens. Finally it went to the first record you talked about was called Slow Joe Meets the Ginger Accident, a short EP. And now 1 year later is the album.
The full album. What's crazy about that story is that you recorded only the voices, then Cédric went back to France, and then he came back to you with the whole band behind. Is that the story? Were you surprised to listen to the songs with the whole?
Yeah, I was pretty surprised and I was pretty pleased also. I didn't know I could sound like that.
Yeah. Did you do music before in your life? Were you playing in bands already?
All my life I've been doing it, but I've never made it a profession. On Sunday for jam sessions, I used to play in these nightclubs. They had every night they had music there live, but I used to go there only on Sundays and sing with them.
Since for fun, you were singing, yeah.
For fun.
And then you met the musicians, but after the first record was released, you met them when you first came to play in France. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
It's a strange situation, no? Well, you knew the boss, you knew the band, and you knew Joe, so it was okay.
So it was, I mean, the first homemade record, 5-6 tracks, including 3 covers, was made, and then he discovered it. But the first EP, he came to France. Before. He came in 2009 for the first time, Transmusical de Rennes.
And now you live in France. You live in Lyon. Yeah. So you can work. You can work all together. When you started talking about music together, did you had the same influences? Because in that record there are a lot of 60s, 70s vibe in the keyboards, on the bass sound, the guitars, and then your voice. We're gonna talk about it also. But did you listen the same bands? The Shadows, the Loving Spoonful, the Turtles, bands like that?
No. I was never into the Shadows. I was never into Cliff Richard, the Shadows. I was more into, Ray Charles, Jim Morrison, Bill Haley, Elvis Presley, of course, Janis Joplin. I like the Rolling Stones. I like the Doors.
Yeah.
The music also, not just Jim Morrison and Mick Jagger, but since because you're talking about music, I said I like the music too. Yeah, but of course I like them as crooners as well.
Yeah. So for the band, did you had 60s influences, Cédric? Or did you know that the music you were going to do with Joe was going to be with that vibe?
Mainly I was playing in noisy bands, post-rock bands, more than 60s, 70s. But hearing this voice was a way to make this music alive again. And the other guys in the band are more into this old stuff, old basses, old farfisas, organs, keyboards, old drums, because it's just it's a period instruments were really sounding well. So that's, I mean, tube amplifier, even heavy bands from today, they use tube amplifiers. There's been a golden age for like building instruments. So yeah, but it's mainly because of his voice that we went to this kind of music. But even in the sound, the way we treated the sound and all that, it's not like the old way of treating.
It's very modern. The record is modern in the sound.
We love many things, but mainly in the spirit of it more than the...
Yeah, the spirit and the energy. If you love the Doors, Joe, you must be very happy with a lot of solo keyboards on that record and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, my money's going out, but my mama's coming in. So I don't have to bother, 'cause she's mine. Yeah, she's mine.
That have that little door influences.
Ray Manzarek is the keyboard.
Yeah.
Especially Riders on the Storm. God blew me completely. It still blows me even if I hear it up to today. And excuse me, but we have a bass player here also, Ginger Accident, Alexis. Would you like to also ask him a couple of questions, because he's a very good bass player, he's a top bass player.
Alexis, c'est vrai qu'Alexis, juste j'ai deux questions à te poser sur le son de basse. On parlait du son de cet album, des ambiances qu'il y a justement un peu 70s, 60s. Le son de ta basse est très particulier, j'ai pas les 3 ou 4 chansons. Il y a un son qui est très beau sur tout l'album, mais il y a quelques chansons où je te l'ai dit juste avant, ça roule. Tu as trouvé cette espèce de truc avec ce son de basse qui roule, je sais pas comment le définir autrement. Tu as travaillé particulièrement le son avant l'enregistrement ?
Oui, c'est une chaîne de... C'est un ensemble, quoi. C'est l'instrument qui... Enfin, les vieilles basses sonnent comme ça déjà un petit peu, en fait. Il y a les cordes qu'on met dessus, l'ampli dont on sert, la manière dont on le règle, et après, la manière dont on la prend, les effets qu'on rajoute par-dessus, en fait, les compressions qu'on met par-dessus.
Le jeu au médiator aussi.
Le jeu au médiator,
ça fait quand même.
Sûrement ça d'ailleurs.
Principalement, c'est le jeu médiator et la manière de jouer. Moi, je pense, l'instrument, après, c'est sûr.
Vous avez trouvé un équilibre. Est-ce que vous êtes aussi à l'aise? Are you more comfortable into the very dynamic songs, or do you love the moments where the record gets slower and Joe's voice is more of a crooner, like we talked about Elvis Presley?
Like various things are the best. I always hated albums that like plays 7-10 songs, like same kind of tempo, same kind of mood. Like I know that this one is a bit a mess. Like you go one direction, then you change and all. But it's like it's a trip. So of course Joe is the deadly like love singer crooner, of course. But he's also punchy, catchy one. So yeah, we tried to do our best to make like different feelings, different mood. And
Joe, I was wondering, lot of when you listen the lyrics and the voice of that record, I think you're a bluesman, in fact. And would you say you work as a bluesman, write about your everyday life and put it some poetry in that, of course?
See, I love all types of music, okay? Mainly jazz, swing, blues, you know, like I like Ray Charles and the Dutch swing college band, Count Basie and Dave Brubeck, you know? Yeah, Artie Shaw. Yeah. Swing music.
swing.
I like all types of music except classics. It goes above my head. Beethoven, Bach and all is not my trip because I don't understand it.
And with the writing, do you feel like you're writing your everyday life when you choose the subject?
All fiction is based on fact and on experience. So a lot of my lyrics are what I actually feel and what I've also lived.
Et ne loupez pas l'album Slow Joe and the Ginger Accident Sunny Side Up, c'est un album excellent, vraiment. Merci beaucoup.